Welcome to the Cutesy Shelf. My name is DM, and today I'm going to show you how to make these Matchbox style gift boxes. So I really wanted to come up with a good size gift box that would hold all kinds of goodies, and this is what I came up with. So for this project, I did use the new Sugar Plums paper pad that I got from Michael's. It's a hot buy paper pad, and it's in a pastel Christmas theme, which I think is like so beautiful. And so these boxes, they measure like 4 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide, and they have a depth of like 3/4 of an inch. And then on the top and bottom of the box, I did give them these little tabs because I thought it'd be much easier to open the box. So you just hold on to the bottom tab here, and then you pull on the top tab, and then this does like fit like, you know, good size items, like for example, like these shakers that I've been making, little ornaments. You could put like die cuts in them, embellishments, like all kinds of goodies. And another thing is, like, they'd be great for all occasions, like birthdays, Halloween, Valentine's. You could make them in any theme. So I'm just showing you, like, you know, some of the things that it can fit. And then also, like for the front here, all I did was I fussy cut out some images from the paper pad. These little ornaments are like actually die cut out from a like a die that I recently got off of AliExpress. And then for all of these boxes, I wanted to give them like these tool bows, which I just learned how to make because like I just treated it the tool as ribbon, and it was like fairly simple and kind of addictive to make. And then on the front of my bow here, I just added this little like chiffon type of embellishment that I got from either Dollarama or your dollar store with more. And then the bottom here, it's this charm is actually from AliExpress that I got last year. And funny enough, like this year I see it in the Sugar Cookie Christmas collection by Prima. And then in this middle box here, I actually made the window into like a shaker because I think that always like adds a element of fun to the like your projects. And then the bottom here, it's just a tassel that I got from AliExpress. And then for this box, I just added this like deer cabochon that I got off of AliExpress. I've been dying to use that because like it's so cute, and I thought it went really well with this collection. And of course, like you don't have to make the covers like with an acetate window. You can definitely just decorate the box as it is, and that's what I did with this one. I just used some tag dies to you know, add to the back here. And then this snowman die cut is actually from like a die that I got from Frantic Stamper, and I think it's like the cutest little snowman ever. And then for this box, I gave it a like silver glitter snowflake because I thought, you know, that goes really well with the tool. And then up here, I just die cut out a joy sentiment to add to the tab. And inside, it's just holding some like rolled paper flowers that I made. So these are really great for like all kinds of things. So if you wanted to stick around, we're gonna start the tutorial. To start, we're gonna make the cover of the box, and you're gonna need a piece that measures 8 5/8 inches by 4 inches. And so for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to use a white piece of cardstock to make it easy. So I'm going to cut it like this is a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. And then cut at 8 5/8 of an inch. So right there. And then keep this part because I made the measurements so that you could use this as a layering piece for the inside of your drawer. Okay, and then now with this piece, we are gonna score it, and the first mark is gonna be at 9/16 of an inch. And normally these scoreboards do not have like, you know, 16th of an inch. So what we're going to do is 9/16 is between a half, which is here, and a 5/8, which is there. So it's just right in between half an inch and 5/8. So I'm going to make a mark there and then just move it over slightly so that I can make a score mark here. Okay, and then the next one's going to be at 4 1/8. And then 4 3/4. And then 8 1/4. Okay, and then if you wanted to make a acetate, like a window for your box, this is where you would like either like cut it out in the middle using an X-Acto knife, or if you have a die, you can run your die through the machine. So for example, I'm just gonna grab one of my dies to show you. So you know, you would just run this portion through the, you know, your die cut machine, and then that way you have your window. And then once you have your window, you would just add the adhesive on the back so that you can put on your acetate piece. Okay, and so with the pattern piece of paper, this is what it would look like. So there's the acetate window. And then now we're gonna put this aside and then make the drawer part of the box. So we could take that other piece of paper that you have, and you're gonna need to cut a piece that measures like 6.5 inches by 6 inches. So 6.5 inches by 6 inches. Just grabbing my paper trimmer here. So I am going to measure at 6.5 inches. And then also I wanted to point out that if your paper's directional, you're going to want the length of your box to be the 6.5 inch side. 6.5, okay. So, and then we're going to cut that in at 6 inches. Okay, and then this gives us like 2 pieces to make 2 drawers actually. So keep this for another box. Okay, and then again, I just wanted to point out, like, if your paper's like directional like this one, the length of your box over here is going to be the 6.5 inch side. Okay, and now we're going to score that. Okay, and so along the 6 inch side, which is this side here, we are going to score at 5/8 of an inch. So 5/8, 1 1/4 inch. Okay, 4 3/4. 4 3/4, and 5 3/8. So 5, 1, 2, 3. That's 5 3/8. Okay, and then we're just gonna turn it onto the like 6.5 inch side, and we're gonna score at 5/8, 1 1/4, 5 1/4, and 5 7/8. Okay, and then so we have this, and next we're just gonna cut some slits into our paper. So the first one is we're gonna, like on the 6.5 inch side, we're just gonna cut on the score line there. And I'm so sorry about the shadows. I had to move to like another room in the house. Okay, and then on this side, so we're gonna do that on both sides. And then we're just gonna cut like this corner off on all 4 sides. Okay, and then once you know, cut off that corner, you'd also want to cut off the bulk on this little tab. So we're just gonna cut it at an angle here like this on this side, and then this side, because the less bulk you have, your box is going to be able to slide more easily. Okay, so you're gonna do that on all four sides, and I already did that off camera, and I just wanted to show you that you should end up with something that looks like this. Okay, and then the next thing what you're gonna want to do is like I really wanted to reinforce this box with 110-pound cardstock just to make it more, give it more stability. So what I did is I cut like 1/2 inch strips, and then I cut them at 4 inches, which is this side, and then 3.5 inches, and I just cut a little sliver off. So like 1/16 of off, so that it's not too bulky, and I just glued them to the insides here. I mean, you don't have to do that, but I wanted to do that because it's just gonna make our box last longer. And then once you have this piece, right, okay, so this one is like a pattern piece of paper that I'm using here. And then, that extra piece that we cut off after making the cover, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to like glue this to the inside. And then you may want to shave it off a little at the top, just so that it fits more nicely in there, so your paper doesn't buckle. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Just to make sure. Okay, and I'm just gonna get my wet adhesive and add the glue to that. Okay, and then if your paper's like directional, you should just take a look just to make sure. And then next we're just gonna like glue the tabs down. Okay, so it should look like that. And then we're just gonna glue the tabs, like put glue on all 4 of those tabs. And then we're just gonna fold those in first. Just gonna do it quickly here. Okay, and then just hold it slightly. Okay, so we're gonna do all 4 sides, right? And then also, next what we're gonna do after that is we're gonna add like glue on each of these flaps and then fold them in. So I am gonna do that off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we should end up with something like this. So this, the part of your drawer is already done. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add like a tab, like you see here. And for this part, you can get as creative as you want. So for my tab, I just use like a die that I have, like a circle die, and it's got like the stitched line because I wanted it to look nice. So like, I mean, you could also use a, a punch, like anything you got, and it doesn't have to be like a circle. So what I've done is I've cut out like a piece in 65-pound cardstock here, and then I also cut a piece in like 110-pound cardstock. And what I'm gonna do is with the 110-pound cardstock piece, I'm gonna cut it in half, right? And then I'm gonna leave the nice side of the circle on the back here, and then on the ugly side I'm gonna take my glue and add this to it. That way, this thicker piece is gonna give us like it's gonna allow us to like make a stopper so that the the drawer doesn't push all the way through. Okay, and then you would just add that to part of the circle. Okay, and then for the bottom half, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the glue on that portion, and then we're gonna adhere this to the box. So take your box, and of course, like, it doesn't have to be like this big. I just chose this so that I was able to like fussy cut out images on this from the paper pad. Okay, so you just adhere it like that, see? And then that's what the back looks like. And then next we're gonna, so that's the drawer part. And then next we're gonna make the tab for the, oh sorry. What we're gonna do next is, okay, so once we have this, right, we're gonna take that outer piece that we cut from before, you know, and then we're gonna hold it and wrap it around our box. And then for this part, you're not gonna want it to be like too snug, because you're gonna want your box to move like, you know, easily. So what I would recommend is, okay, so we are gonna glue the side first, like add just a bead of glue, because, which I'm gonna do now. Okay, and then we're just gonna wrap this around that. And yes, I would recommend liquid adhesive. That way, you know, it gives us wiggle room. So we're gonna test our box first. Okay, so it's still wet. So I'm just gonna hang on to the bottom here and make sure my box can like slide easily before I, you know, really press on the glue. Because you don't want like a box that, you know, is going to be too tight and it's going to be like frustrating for your recipient to open. So that looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put pressure so that the glue stays. Okay, and then while that's drying, we're just going to make the tab that goes on the bottom. So for example, this is what it should look like, and here again you can get as creative as you want, and you don't have to put this charm if you don't want to either. So what I did is for this piece, all I did was like I took a banner type die that I have, and this is what the die looks like, right? Because it's got like nice stitching on it, and I really wanted to use that, so I cut a piece out. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it down to like, just to let you know, this measures 3/4 of an inch, and we're gonna need to cut it to 2 inches. So you're just gonna cut a strip 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches. And for this piece, like I did make it like 110-pound cardstock, like a used 110-pound cardstock, that is. And then we're gonna score this because we're gonna make a little stopper part, right? So we're gonna score this at 5/8 of an inch right here, and then fold it in half and crease and glue it. Okay, and so we're gonna glue it. And then if you wanted to like add a charm to your box, this is where you would use like your you know, eyelet tool to punch a hole and add your eyelet there, right? And then once that is done, you're just gonna add glue to this other portion, and we're just gonna glue that to the box. Okay, so the outer part of our box, which is this one with my acetate window, and then I'm just gonna, and it goes on the outside at the back. That way, you know, it doesn't, it's not in the way of our box when we're sliding it open and close. Okay, so just eyeball it so that it's in the middle. I'm just gonna turn it this way because I don't want to have the glare in your face. Okay. Okay, and so that is the outer part of the box, and then we're gonna take our inside and make sure that it fits nicely. Of course, you should wait for your glue to like dry before you do this. Oh yeah, oh, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you. You know, with this drawer part, right, we're gonna want to flatten the corners a bit, and we're just gonna like take our box and like, you know, scrape it against like a hard surface. That way the corners are not sharp anymore. And you're gonna want to do this so that you know, those corners don't rip your paper, because trust me, it has happened to me where, you know, it ripped the paper. So, you know, it's not so sharp anymore. And you're gonna want to do that to the bottom of the box as well. Make it so that it's not sharp, and you're gonna find that it's your box is gonna slide more easily after you do this. Because I want to show you, this is what happened when I started making this. Like, it did rip the inside of the box when I didn't flatten those corners. Okay, and that should help our box move more freely. And then you can test it. Okay, and it should move freely like that. So sorry about that glare. Okay, and then that concludes our tutorial for this box. And then now all you have to do is, you know, decorate it if you want. You know, you could decorate these tabs and decorate it any way you want. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'd be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!